In the West, we've become really desensitised to this idea of the fact that 2/3 of the world are living in absolute poverty. We have seen so much of Africa, so much negativity, so much poverty, and there's been recently a lot of documentaries looking at the Philippines and South America and other parts of the world that are also really impoverished. And we, in the Western world, in developed nations, I think we now have this idea that we know what it's like to live there because we've seen it through our TV screens. And I think this is a very wrong impression to have. We don't know what it's like because we're not living that reality. And to sit there and watch it for half an hour, or to sit there and even watch a short movie clip, it's very hard to really understand the details of these children's lives, for example. And also over the last 60 years, we've really, the focus from the media has been very negative. It's been portraying children and these communities as being very helpless, very pathetic sometimes. And sometimes there's a criticism from developed countries that these communities are not motivated to help themselves. Well, actually that's completely wrong. They're completely motivated to get themselves out of that situation. They're just limited in the ways that they can do that. And they're human beings at the end of the day. They want a nice, comfortable life. They want to get along with their community. They want to bring up their children and be good parents. And they're exactly the same as us. They're just living in very different situations.
Saya Muhammad Taufik Zakaria. Saya baru lulus kelas 6. Saya pas pertama ya memulung di sini umur 12 tahun. Saya memulung dari jam 7 sampai jam 1. Namamu siapa?
Nama Ella Sumpah.
Saya memulung
dengan jam 4
sampai
jam 12.
Cita-cita saya mau ingin menjadi seperti Kak Makmur yang bisa membantu anak-anak jalanan bisa sekolah.
I would argue that there's a need for us in developed nations to take on a responsibility to those children in developing nations. I would argue that we now have the technology, the resources financially, we have global systems that allow us to get to know children on the other side of the world in even very remote locations and to help them.